Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me here on God's Country Shooting and Outdoors. Please overlook my messy little gun bench. Been a busy few days. Sometimes my videos get a little bit backwards, and I do the shooting when I can and the gun intro after the fact. So I want to share with you a gun that I picked up a few months ago, but I have just been crazy busy with everything going on. So today I want to introduce you a gun that I bought, again, some months back and just now getting to show you. Some of y'all that may have seen the short the other day has an idea of what this gun already is. Again, I got to the range before I got a chance to do this video, but here it is. This is a Savage 110 Trail Hunter. It is an overmolded Hogue stock. This gun, I bought it in 7mm 08 because I really like the 7mm 08. Around here in Appalachian Mountains, the 708 just does a phenomenal job of being able to handle bullet size, bullet diameter versus ballistics. My longest shot on a whitetail around here is occasionally we get to do a little bit of hunting across the field or something. My longest shot with a 708 is probably about 180 yards. And that was with my Model 7 in a 16-inch barrel, which is not bad. It has quite a bit of drop in a 16-inch barrel, surprisingly. So I did go ahead and dial this up a little bit. No, it did not need a muzzle brake on it. I wanted to put a muzzle brake on it just to help to keep the front down, to be able to spot my impacts. Because if I like the way it shoots, I would like to try to see how far I can go out with this gun. So let's talk a little bit. And this is straight off of the Savage website. You're welcome to look up all this information. So the 110 Trail Hunter has a tungsten colored, it's H237 tungsten colored Cerakote. Again, it's a Hogue overmold stock. The receiver is carbon steel. Right-handed, magazine 4. This one is the 7mm 08, and I'm trying to see what the barrel twist on this. I am not 1 9.5. Twist rate's 1 9.5. So that's not bad. Barrel length is 22 inches. 3-position safety, I believe. We'll look at that and see. Yeah, 3-position tank safety. 2.5 to 6 pound user adjustable trigger. Detachable box magazine. 2-piece Weaver style bases. 2 sling swivel studs. Threaded. They're calling it a medium heavy barrel, and it is every bit of that. Button rifled. So here is a couple of things that I will show you that I don't like about it. The weight of this gun is showing 8.36 pounds, and that is bare gun. So it's an 8-pound gun, bare, nothing added to it. So by the time that you add ammo, a scope, sling, you're definitely pushing 9 pounds with this gun. As much as I like the size, it carries really well if you like to carry from the side, kind of like this. It carries really well. The trigger is really, really pretty good. I haven't measured it. It's pushing 3.5 pounds. Maybe 4 pounds. I don't know. So the gun itself is going to be a heavy gun right off of the bat. It's not one of those guns I think that I'd want to pack. Broke at 4 pounds. 4 pounds is what it broke at. Let's get an average across, say, 3 of them. 3.8 pounds. One more time. Just a touch over 4 pounds. So it's pushing 4 pounds pretty generally. There's actually 3 things that I don't like about this gun after having it in my hands. One is the weight. It is a little bit heavy of a gun. It's not something that I would want to carry. I know a couple of the hunting camps that I used to be a part of, it was a good mile hike back to where we hunted. And by the time you pack in a day's worth of lunch, gear, and a rifle to hunt with, 8 pounds begins to be a lot. That's one of the reasons why I had that Model 7 and still have it, is because it was short, it was light, it was easy to pack, and I really did like that. So I don't really care for the weight. I do like the barrel size, though. This gun does not heat up very fast. Secondly, I do wish, and I'm having the same problem out of the Remingtons, is right here. Let me flip it over this way. So when you bring this bolt back, can you see how close that is here? So when you bolt this gun, you're typically running your hand right down the side of the scope, and sometimes if I do it just right, I'll actually pop the lid, the cover, scope cover off or open on it. I really do wish that they'd reduced that bolt distance a little bit. Even if it was 80 degrees, would have at least give a little bit more clearance. 2, this has got to be the most free-floated barrel I've ever seen or had my hands on a gun. But this is something when I picked the gun up that we looked at first thing. I'm going to try to hold this gun to where you can see it. It's got a lot of move, but even more so, it has a lot of twist. Let me get the camera where you can see it just right. There is a lot of twist in it. That is really, really floated good, but it's got a lot. For me, it feels like it's got quite a bit of give to it. But it's floated so much that it doesn't really seem to hurt it. I have shot it kind of offhand, no problems. I've shot it from the Stinger rest, no problems. I don't know that I would put it on a bench rest and vice the barrel down. I think that might actually cause it to touch, but in just general shooting, the gun just resting on whatever, whether it's Caldwell lead sled, the Alpha, Birchwood Alpha that I have, the Stinger, whatever it is, I think if it's just resting on it, it's probably fine. But so far, I'm not going to tell you about the results of the shooting. I'm going to save that for the next video, and I might go get a little bit more data out of it. But so far, I do like it. The butt plate is pretty cushiony. It's not bad. Of course, this is a 7mm 08. It's not got a lot of recoil. And then when you put this as an 8-pound gun, 8+ pound gun, this gun don't have any recoil. If you've got a tripod, I would absolutely put a spouse or a kid on this gun, because there's just it's heavy to handle as far as carry it around, but as far as shooting it, there's very, very little recoil. So on this gun, I did go ahead and put the SIG Buckmaster scope on it, BDC drop reticles on it, 3 to 12 by 44, I believe, is what, yeah, 3 by 12 by 44. So, overall, so far, I really do like it. I'm really curious to see what this gun does with a can on it. So I may take this off and run a can on it. Again, I do not hunt with subsonic ammo. I just don't do it. I ain't going to. Not for deer anyways. For varmints, that might be fine. But for whitetail, medium to large games, I'm just not going to hunt with them. What else can I tell you? So far, I really like it. I own a lot of Savage rifles, and I own several Ruger American rifles, and I love shooting. I love it. I just love working on them, playing with them, and I love hunting with them. One more note to share on this gun is I've tried 4 different types of ammos through this gun, and one thing I have noticed in this is when you close the bolt on a round, it's tight. It's really tight. It's smooth, but it closes tight and opens tight. So I'm not sure the deal on that from the very first round I put in it to the last round I put it in at the range. I think I fired about 30 rounds the other night through this gun and a couple of other guns. And it did pretty good. Especially for me shooting. It could probably do better in better hands and a scope with a little bit more clarity and a little bit more zooms to see through. But I enjoy doing this. So until next time, thank you for joining me. I hope you got a little something out of it. Please subscribe if you would. Please comment. I love hearing from you guys. Sometimes it may take me a day or two to get back with you, but I really do try to not just give you a thumbs up or heart or anything like that. I really do try to comment back to you guys because I believe in community. I believe in camaraderie and hunting. I had a young man send me a message, talking about getting into hunting, and I love the fact to seeing this young man. I don't know how old he is. He looks like he may be 18-ish, but I'm glad to see that he's getting into hunting, and I'm glad to see that the sport still lives, and I'm glad to know that God gave us the ability and the know-how and the wisdom to be able to do this job that he gave us, and that's management, game management. So until next time, one more thing really quickly. Thank you for enduring this video. If you do not know Jesus Christ as your Savior, I would love to help you find him. He is the reason why I have joy, peace, and love. I've tried a lot of things, working in the prison ministry. I've got to share my testimony with them there, and they see some really dark times. But when you go and you preach the gospel of Jesus Christ, and you see someone that is going through what they're going through and in prison, and they've hit their rock bottom for sure, and they come to know Christ as their Savior, and they say things like, I had no idea there was this kind of experience to be had. And then you go back and you see that there's still joy in their heart, in their lives, even while they're in jail. There's still joy in their lives. And that's because of Jesus Christ. He is the missing piece that fills the void in your life. I know that he's with me. Anyways, if you got a prayer request, please let me know. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for being a part of this channel. Please like, subscribe, whichever. Remember, love God, love guns, love your family, and love your country. Okay? Take care.